Welcome to Daily Guitar Draw, Crimson Guitars, Dorset Guitar Museum, and the chaos that is my life. I'm Ben Crow.
I'm Tom Webster.
And we're here to give away a few guitars because that's pretty much, well, it's a way that we've decided and discovered we can most easily and effectively build an epic guitar museum, because we believe that we all deserve such a thing. Oh yes, these jackets are really loud, aren't they? I just
realised I've probably already ruined someone's ear with that, so apologies.
We have the Crimson branded jackets are apparently not very microphone friendly, but hey, also...
I'll just stand there and freeze now instead.
You stand there and freeze and make us all quake and envy at your fantastic physique.
Thank you.
You standing next to me makes me feel even doughier. Dough.
Don't know how to respond to that, so...
I don't know how to respond to that, dude.
Okay.
Fantastic fun, I like it. Okay, welcome to the chaos. Okay, now, some news. We've been going for... Daily Guitar Draw has now been going for 3 or 4 months. We started in mid-November, so coming up on 6 months, wow. We have given away well over 100 guitars at this point. The museum is swiftly progressing. We're about to start building walls once we've finished removing the stuff that's in the current area. And this is the first phase of the museum. The end goal is, once we've gone through all of the charity applications and the accreditation as a full proper museum, to have it in a completely different premises, building of its own. Hell, the goal actually changed last week, Tom. We've decided that we want an international conglomerate of guitar museums around the world, where the collections move every 6 months to a year. And if you're gonna start something, why not just go big? What do you think about that?
I think if we'll franchise it out. Maybe.
Well, I mean, why not?
Definitely not the point of what we're doing with it, but it could be
cool.
cool.
So cool.
It could be cool. Yeah.
What you're supposed to be saying is, I'm never going on holiday again. Thank you very much, Ben. You have too many ideas. If I'm not here to beat you down.
I just get used to it now, man. We just roll with the punches these days.
Where's the fun in that? It's okay, fine. We're just gonna go stable and concentrate on what we're doing. Whatever.
Fingers crossed.
Anyway, look, in the chat today we've got Neil Gall, Joe Brown, who's looking forward to it. Some nice stuff listed in the list in the last few days. How do the instant wins work? I assume I didn't win anything if it's not obvious to me. Ha ha. Talk.
Yeah. So I did a thing with the instant wins, basically, where we've got this
back end. The back end of the software is unmitigatedly complicated. Carry on.
Well, you make me feel slightly better about my screw up. But yeah, we've got part of the new software that we're using for the lottery is that there are instant wins, and you'll get notifications straight away based on predefined ticket numbers that you end up getting. And usually we do the tickets in a sequential way, so you'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, right the way up to however many tickets we do. But with the random ones, in theory, you'll get. You could get ticket number 700 as the first ticket, and it just so happens that 700 is the ticket that we say you win £50 of vouchers or whatever it is at the time. It might be a pedal or whatever we choose. Mm-hmm. When I selected this one, I selected random, which I thought was what we wanted as random, and it turns out what we wanted was...
I would have selected random. This is the thing.
Yeah, it was supposed to be shuffled anyway. So the random ones, for anyone that got tickets initially, were well and truly random. They were just...
G472, we sound like
it was
Star
ridiculous.
Wars droids, basically.
It was absolutely ridiculous. So what we're doing instead is that there will still be instant win prizes. However, they're slightly less instant, but they will be instant on the live stream. So when we do the live stream, we'll pull the extra 5, basically export everyone into a spreadsheet, assign everyone a number with how many tickets you've got on it, and then we'll do a random number generator for those. So it's still completely random. It's still instant if you're watching the live stream, but it's not instant as to when you buy tickets.
At that point, you lost me. It's still instant if you're watching the live. Okay. It's setting it too hard.
It's my fault. We're going forward.
Genuinely, I would have made the same mistake. The interesting thing, though, is that the discussions around that have brought us back to another slight change that we want to talk about that I think is going to make it's going to make this a lot more fun for for you guys who do actually come in and look at the live streams. And before we talk about that, I do just want to shout people out, which is what I was doing. Joe came in with a very timely comment there. So that's Joe Brown. We've got Anonymous Botch 21 Vertremex. I knew I was going to stumble over that the second I saw the. Anyway, Eric P, Anonymous Botch, T Fetch, some duplications, VTR Addict, very cool name. That's VTR Addict is actually a pretty cool band name or guitar model name. What do we say? I've got a couple of tickets for the Descendant, but I'm off to bed. I'll wait my email notifying me that they're sending it out.
Eric P saying as well about the sneaky peek and which guitars are coming up, which is a cool part of the website as well.
Yeah, I'll show you that. Well, look, while we're here,
just to derail you again.
Well, I mean, hey, I do it to you on a sort of hourly basis.
I'll try and give some of it back.
So today I'm going through ADHD titration and all that sort of stuff, and I had to take my blood pressure. But being wired up to a blood pressure monitor at work while people are walking through, you get to know who stresses you out the most.
I was quite happy with the way that played out.
It was.
I was like, I won't tell you the bad news while you're taking your blood pressure. I'll tell you that later.
If this machine was a little bit smarter, it would have come up with an alarm. Whoop whoop! Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But anyway, people walking past and you're like, oh, my heart rate hasn't moved. They don't normally give me any trouble, and oh no, balloons in the building. Damn it! Anyway, let's have a quick look. So on the Daily Guitar Draw site, you will notice a slight change.
That one, yeah.
You will notice a slight change. It's taken a little bit of effort, but we've been working on the photography, on the pictures, and there are also going to be a lot more videos and shorts. We're going to get rid of the dust. Sorry. And bits like this. Essentially, we are dealing in very, very nice things, and we want it to look that way. And all of the other instruments on the site are going to end up being redone in that, and it looks pretty. The Thunderbird bass is absolutely epic.
Additional prizes.
Plus additional prizes. This is the one.
This is the one.
Oh, Tom.
It is such a nice bass, though.
It's incredible. I'm
amazed you didn't say what I guess you were about to say there. Almost kept this one.
I'm not. We need to when this started, the thought was, hey, I'm a guitar builder. I don't spend enough time with other people's guitars. How do I get my hands on more guitars? And I know this guy. I can borrow some guitars from him, and I know this collector, etc. And that's all fun. And part of the beauty of this is that I actually am getting to physically interact with a lot more guitars. Actually keeping something full-time and permanently is not really the goal. It's to take that to the next level, which is to allow the public to come in and play the guitars and experience things in the same way that I realized I was lacking. But you've all heard that before. Anyway, here we go. So there's that. There's a bunch of prizes and very, very good odds at the moment. Sunburst Strat, it's only a bullet, but still, I mean, very, very cool. Charvel, that player, that's a rare thing, and again, very good odds.
Can we say it's Ricky Charvel? I feel like that might even sell more tickets at that point. Everyone loves Ricky.
Everybody loves Ricky. Ricky's very cool. So this was Ricky's personal guitar, and it feels like a lot of the staff here at Crimson Guitars are utilizing this as an excuse for their own guitar buying habits. And obviously, some people, most people, have got a sort of one in, one out policy.
Well, Ricky made himself one as well, obviously, didn't he?
He did.
As part of his kind of training for the lead of running the courses, essentially. So
that he did. So yeah, it was a one in, one out. That 60th anniversary butterscotch Telecaster, incredible. And I also like the G&L Assat. Now, recently did a video about this. This is the Saxon guitar, very, very cool. And those images are going to be changing soon as well. Check out our Instagram account for for some on that. But the thing that we're talking about here is recently listed. What was the comment, Tom?
Yeah, we were talking about recently listed.
Yeah. So
as well as what's coming live soon. So I think if you go
recently
prize draws,
listed, ending soon, prize draws, and then you've got the ending soon. So essentially, you can look at it in two different things. I'm going to go back over to here and find out what the comment was. By the way, website now gives a sneak peek at coming guitars. Well, sneak descriptions. There's a Candy Apple Jaguar and a white Japanese Squire coming in the next 2 days. I like knowing what's coming. Where is that being found? I don't know that.
What page?
I do know. Well, that's the thing. What page is that on? I do know that it's possible to do exactly that. But yeah. Well, there we go.
We'll just go on all listings quickly, and we'll. Sorry. Again,
We'll
this
find
is
out.
professional.
We know what we're doing. There's a lot. Prize draw started. There's the ability, once it's been made live, to have a listing show up as coming soon, essentially. So yeah, that's probably down on the main page somewhere.
We've had some cool guitars go through.
We've had some incredibly cool guitars. Anyway, look, this is besides the point. I did want to keep on reading through and say, here we go. Matt Lang, oh, here, Joe, for your to-do list. Have people seen the dashboard link at the very bottom of the site? That dashboard link is actually supposed to be in the link itself is where people get to see their dashboard with the tickets they've bought. In the last website change around, the links that I'd fixed beforehand have rebroken, and we need to put that link in the menu so people can find out what tickets they've bought and what guitars they've won, etc. Because apparently the link as it currently stands is not what I thought it was, which means we didn't do our job and go through the whole website again.
Stick that on the same page.
So thank you very much, Matt Lang. That dashboard link is very, very, very cool. Oh, Matt Lang, very good. Just received a new bass in the post. Congratulations.
Out today.
What guitar is that?
Oh, it's ending today, is it?
Yep. No, it started.
Yeah, it started. We've just talked about it. I can't actually see what guitar it is because there's a
we're
bright
both
light
blind.
right there. I would be very interested at some point, Matt, if it makes
this is the
sense
one
for
with
you
the
to
cool
bring that
photos.
one over that you're working
I
on.
was going to ask if I'm able to do some hammering, or is that too loud for the stream?
What sort of hammering?
Just knocking the bridge pins in.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Not.
But
This
I would,
is
I
also
would
a
agree
working
with
guitar
Ben.
building workshop.
Definitely bring it over.
I'll bring it over. And
We've been experimenting with refinishing a Gibson Les Paul Tribute. This is the studio, that is the Tribute, in flip-flop, and it's sort of a matte and glossy thing, and it's really cool. But this is rare. They don't make these anymore. So it's a Gibson Les Paul Studio. They don't make them with gold hardware at the moment, and that is the one that is literally just listed, just gone live this morning. And we are going live with a guitar, or at least a listing a day. There's going to be a few pedals interspersed here and there.
Yes, please.
But that is happening. Andy Take 2 says, hi everyone, dropped in for a bit of sanity after being kicked around by my PC that has eaten some photos. Call it a draw. I've got a couple of tickets today, so let's go. Oh, the Descendant is even cooler.
Yeah, that's what
well, I can go get the Descendant.
Well, no, I was talking about this. You were
I
talking
was
about the Descendant.
Yeah, can we get the Descendant as well? I think Joe's got it at the moment
I'm
out the
not
front.
sure.
It's not going to show on
Bring
camera,
the
of course.
bring the Descendant through when when the images are finished.
Okay.
So you can see the red, and then it flips through to purpley black.
It does kind of pick
You
it
see?
up, doesn't it?
It depends on what light you're in, but essentially the top is fairly glossy, almost with a
What do you call it? An elephant skin.
Yeah, it's an elephant sort of skin, kind of a texture.
And then it's open grain on the back, but still with flip-flop, which is
Not even elephant skin. It's
uber
just
cool.
it's just leather,
Well, it's just-
basically.
Yeah, it's very cool.
So that's a cool guitar that we're in progress of putting together, and then the other one is the next Crimson guitars that is coming up, because today we are drawing.
This is exciting.
This is very exciting. We are drawing today the
Copper rodded.
Copper Rodded. I nearly call it the Copper Chasm, which I think is actually probably a better name for the for the model. This is a blue to purple flip-flop, but also a matte finish, and
In 2 ways.
In 2 ways, yeah.
in 2 ways it was finished by Matt in the corner there, who has a sense of humour similar to mine. I don't think I've ever
genuinely
seen
one of the coolest guitars we've done. It's so cool.
Now, I don't think I've ever seen it with the back plates matching the finish like that, and I bloody love it. Now, we've got Ragnaroks in there.
Nazgul, Sentient.
Close. Ragnaroks are bare knuckles, aren't they?
Yeah.
And these are
Seymour Duncan.
Seymour Duncan. Matt is somewhat of a heavier player than we are, as is evidenced by the. Yeah, it's in drop D.
I
Anyway.
love the hardware on it as well. The is it the XC?
It's the Goto. What 510 something?
It's the XC. I think is the chrome,
It's
but the kind of
silver.
aged. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just.
It's incredibly cool. The only thing that this needs is a serial number, which I will hand apply at some point. There's going to be a video on this. It's going to be on the site at some point soon.
Matt, you
It might be on the site at some point.
smash that
No,
out
I
of the
don't
park,
want.
dude.
I don't want heavy metal pickups.
Smash that out of the park.
I'm gonna have to make my own. But in reality, I think other than the top bout of that, I think that has just convinced me that I do want to stick with elements of the new Descendant shape.
Yeah.
Okay,
cheers.
let's just go quickly. Craig Hollibar, Nortagnan, James Weaver all saying hello. Commuting in Atlanta. Don't type while commuting unless you're not in control of the vehicle, I suppose.
Or watch live stream while
You
driving.
can, you can listen to the live streams. But when we're saying, oh, look at this flip-flop. Yeah, I do not want to be responsible for car accidents. Mark G. Bass, I've always loved the copper roller guitars. Here's to hoping. We are actually still going to be making those, albeit with lighter timbers. Are we going flip-flop with everything?
Well,
That
no,
could
I just
get
think
boring.
a copper rodded flip flop.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're absolutely right. Sporadic Amnesic has 2 tickets for the Jet in today's draw. Dr. Bill Botnick, all the best to today's ticket holders. We've got a lot of people. Vicky Johnson, Joe Brown, Sean Ferguson, Matt Lang, Manic NF, Barry Christian, saying there was 2 listings without any pictures earlier. That is almost certainly
The 2 listings.
the 2 listings that Joe
yeah.
sort of didn't realise were going live.
I think they should have been drafts. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, they're not up there now, are they? We've just looked. So.
Defender TM, that Revstar colour, hard to find here in the States. That actually is a guitar that I nearly personally bought and kept. I love the Revstars, and that's a trans candy. Yeah, it's incredible. Okay, now we have got to.
Did we say about the end date change as well? We send that now or later?
Oh, there we go. I just want to see this. SM Myers, hey Ben, I was watching Adderton's. They had an interview with Mr. Shaw, Fender's pickup guru. For the first time, there is a video of the Kanife Magnet Strat pickups, and wow, they're fantastic. I never know how to pronounce that Kanife. I always sound like I'm about to swear, basically. Just stumble over the words. I'm going to check that video out this evening. Okay, Redhead 17. Would it be a good idea to now have the buying period end on a Tuesday or Friday for the tickets? If that is indeed the final draw days, some end a day or 2 before. Okay, Redhead 17, I want to know where the microphones are hidden and what else do you know? Because you are either spying on us or
Just on the same wavelength.
on the same wavelength. Yeah, great minds think alike. Okay, so the other change that I've actually been hinting at moving forward is we are listing a new listing every single day, but they are all going to be ending on Tuesdays and Fridays, as Redhead 17 has just suggested. Isn't that freaking awesome? I love you guys. More than that.
Thank you.
We were supposed to have changed the. I think there's a phone tag thing going on where they just throw the. Basically,
Yeah, it's a,
we changed the volume on the one that was in here, and now it's somewhere else.
it's a problem.
We are actually going to be ending the listings on the stream. Okay, we're going to do our introduction, and at 4:10, the first guitar is going to end. At 4:15, the second guitar is going to end. At 20:20, the next. And then at 50:30, every single time, it's going to be whatever we deem to be the really coolest guitar of the lot. We might well have screens saying, hey, you've got 2 more minutes to buy this thing. Gamify the whole damn thing. But it makes the whole experience a little bit more fun.
It's a bit more interactive, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Which would be good.
Yeah. And so that's essentially going back a little bit to what we were doing beforehand. And that's cool. Now, there is one other sneak preview. If you are not yet signed up for the newsletter, you need to be signed up for the newsletter. At the moment, it's 2 or 3 emails going out each week, and you can feel free to ignore them, but we are starting the free guitar club. And once a month, we are going to choose a guitar, and that guitar is only going to be available to people on the email list. And it's not even going to be it is going to be a listing on the site, but you're not going to be able to buy tickets for it. It's not going to be here's a coupon, go and buy a ticket using your coupon, etc. We will have a list of the active users on the email list, and once a month we will draw, and somebody who is getting and opening the emails will win a free guitar without even buying a ticket. And that is coming soon.
That's awesome.
It's all his fault. Of course it's awesome.
That's like giving away free shit. Excuse my French.
I'm sure the French would take it. It's fine. Actually, don't insult the French right
I was
now.
going to say. Excuse me.
They're not happy with life right this minute. So yeah, genuinely, that's coming up soon. And the first guitar is going to be a guitar that I actually did have at home for about 3 weeks. Really enjoyed it. But it's time to experience the next, which is a Les Paul Junior that I'm hoping is arriving soon. Have we paid for that yet? Do I need to pay for that?
Oh God!
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, no, I haven't even. Yeah, I just completely forgot about that.
Part of that deal is an incredible Les Paul.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like.
And yeah, if it's the right, yeah,
it's the right one. Anyway, okay, come on then. Let us go.
That is going to be a cool guitar. It's going to be an extremely cool guitar to see.
Gamifying copper nickel iron, so it's yeah. So it sort of makes me think of GIF, graphic user. So GIF is graphic.
Hey man, you're leading this one. See Matt pulling a weird face.
Yeah, you've got
well.
that. Tell me, essentially, so we pronounce GIF like that, which is correct. Some people say GIF, which is stupid because the words that. Hold on, come on, it's total.
I'm pretty sure it's graphic interface something.
You potentially.
What is GIF?
You're brave shouting out.
Yeah, graphics interchange format, GIF. That makes sense, yeah? Okay, so now, JPEG, which we all pronounce JPEG, yeah? JPEG means Joint Photographic Experts Group. So we should be pronouncing it JFEG. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
No wrong.
We all shit on people who say GIF, but we all say JPEG. Fight me in the comments. I know that a not insignificant amount of people who watch this are IT guys, and I am vaguely worried about somebody hacking into our computers now.
Right, should we change subject in that case?
Yes, please. Let's draw a guitar.
Should we do?
I thought the intro would take 5 or 10 minutes, and we've been talking for 25 so far.
And I do want to get home at some point today. So
home?
Take me home.
Jet. Okay.
Should we jet it?
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, now this is a really cool guitar. They are. It's another example of a relatively budget instrument that are made actually surprisingly well, and we picked this one up because of the finish. We have another one that may well be coming through the system, but yeah, essentially it's a Strat type twin humbuckers, twin point 2-point tremolo system. It's a good weight. We've set it up.
It is a good weight.
But this sort of, well,
flake kind of sparkle.
it's just sparkly goodness. It is what it is. Now, what I'm going to do is open up.
Did a few kit bodies like that, didn't we? That was
We did. I think we might even have.
one
So
over
we no
here.
longer make kits. I think we might have one of those, and we'll be doing something with it. Now, here we go. So, random number generator. This is how we draw the winning tickets. We go on Google, and it's random. It's Google's generator, and did you see how close those two were? Every time, and those two, and those two. You've got.
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful. It's not quite as fun as the sort of Wheel of Fortune kind of thing that you want to do.
Yeah, but I
and-
also think, you know,
It's all about
doing it legitimately as possible is
legitimacy.
the most important thing. So
I can't say the word legitimacy. See? Come on then.
draw the
How
damn
many
tickets.
How many tickets were sold for this beastie?
137.
137. So incredibly good odds.
Ooh. Yeah, cool.
No, 143.
There
There
are
are
8.
eight.
I haven't done this in my.
Yeah, there are 8
Apologies,
pending
yeah.
tickets. So there are 8 tickets that weren't actually paid for, and which means out of the 143, there are 8 tickets that we won't.
So there's only 137 are the odds
valid
for doing
tickets,
it, which
that's
is
the word,
yeah,
yeah.
makes it even better.
Anyway, here we go. Generate. Oh shoot!
Well, there we go. There's right in front
Okay,
of me.
it's right in front of you, and it's a valid ticket. Oh, I know this name. I'm not sure if they've won before, but it is a thing. So
Is-
this instrument,
Which is slightly chambered, is it? Kind of feels that way. I mean, it's super lightweight. If not,
can't really tell through the. It's very lightweight. If you stroke a guitar like this, or a raw piece of wood, you can actually hear it. The sound of your hand going over it changes and sort of goes from a rubbing to a hissing kind of a sound. If there's a chamber or a crack or something inside that you can't see. Unfortunately, on a gloss finish like this, it's a little bit more subtle. I think it's just very lightweight wood.
that's funky.
Yeah, it very much is.
So yeah, this person bought one ticket. They bought a ticket last night, as it happens, which is kind of cool. Last minute purchase. One ticket for the Saxon as well, and one ticket for the Revstar.
Very cool. Now this is
Is or isn't?
J-Rod Customs. Jared Carney. Jared Carney, congratulations. Now
Getting an email now.
getting an email right now. Sam was confusing the hell out of me on the last live stream. He was clicking that before we actually announced the name.
Oh
which,
right, he was,
which makes it even more efficient. But I was telling him to do a thing that he'd already done, and he made me look foolish. But yeah, there we go. Now I see him in the chat every now and then, which is why I know his name. So there we go. Peter Jones says, "I love my Jet J400. The roasted maple neck is magnificent." Paul Cook says, "I heard a rumor that Jet now make the guitars of Faisley/Bax." I don't know who Faisley/Bax is actually, so I feel
we've got the not started yet column in here, which might be what those
Oh,
are, but we
yeah.
didn't see that on the website, so that's kind of cool and interesting.
Okay, it's something we have been talking about, so stuff is happening. Now let me have a look. A lot of people talking to me about JFigs and how I'm wrong with that. A.M.A. Bushling says, "My eye is twitching now. I was on board until JFig." It is logic. It is just logic, and it's logic. I mean, I want to kind of, take myself out into a field and end my life as a result of propagating this knowledge, because I hate it just as much as you do. But still,
Paul Kirk,
it's logic.
can't fault your logic, but I'm not doing it.
I can't fault your logic, but I'm not doing it. Okay, fine, Paul. There we go.
That is so light.
Andre Silva, how do you say gigawatts? That's a very good point.
Well, you just said it.
Well, yeah, the way I said it. Kathy Thorne, "I'm married to an IT bod, leave it." So this is, Kathy, what you need to do is at sort of 2 o'clock in the morning, just wake them up and say, "Hey, logically, it's JFEG. And they're just lying in bed going, I thought I knew you.
If you just whispered that in their ear, it'd be the creepiest.
The creepiest is if and when you have children, Tom, the child sort of waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning and not poking you to wake you up. They stand right next to your face. And you wake up and go, like, I genuinely believe that there are people who have literally died as a result of that happening.
I'm not looking forward to that. If it ever happens.
Hey, you guys will have beautiful children.
Epiphone dot.
HR? Okay.
This is extremely cool as well. Lots of stickers.
Okay, anyway, sorry, I'm looking through the comments here. Craig is... yeah, hi. Let's do this. Now, this is a very cool guitar.
What are you?
It's an Epiphone dot 339, am I right? No, 339, what am I talking about? It was it was a...
ES.
It is.
ES 339.
Yeah, there we go. And...
Back yourself.
well, there we go. I've got... At this point, my brain is fried. I did not sleep very much last night, probably because I have children. My teenage daughter has decided that showering at 1 a.m. is fine, and she's loud. One of the first guitars that I literally stood outside. I stood outside a darkened guitar shop with a spotlight on, and it was a Gibson ES335 with a bird's eye maple top in natural, or maybe a very light burst, and it was... The skies opened, angels sang, my life changed at that point, and I've never bought one actually. But here we go. Now, how many tickets have we got on this one? 302.
9 pending tickets. I need to take a look at that because that's weird that started coming up again. So yeah, 302.
302 tickets, with 9 that may not be valid, and the number that wins is 299. That's another.
God, that makes it so easy for me again.
Yeah, it's another one right near the top. So, I mean, it is a random number generator, and there is, every time we start, every chance that it'll be
the same number
the
three
same
times.
number 3 times. Yeah, but that is a little bit cool. Okay, here we go. David, is that an O? Your computer screen's dirty. What have you been doing? Spreadsheets. David McLeod. David McLeod. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Send me down the river.
Well, you know, I wasn't sure if it was an A or an O, and it's important to me to at least try and pronounce these things properly. David, you're getting an email imminently. This guitar is yours. Yeah, this guitar is yours.
Yeah, we work in a dusty and dirty environment, just to...
We definitely do. This is true. So there we go. Let's have a look at the chat. Okay, now we've got a whole thing, people trying to talk about how you pronounce all sorts of stuff. I love it. Kathy Thorne is going to take my 2 a.m. in the morning idea. She's going to try it. Please let us know, Kathy, what happens.
Take your life in your own hands.
Just blame Ben. Ben made me do it. Oh, T-Fetch reviewed the guitars that they won. Please genuinely send us a link, or put a link in the chat if you're allowed to, T-Fetch. That's fantastic. Lisa Harshberger Rise says, "What did I win?" Somebody says knickers, and I was scrolling. I just saw the word knickers. So a knicker is on the front of a hand plane when you've got a blade on the side that cuts the end grain before your blade that goes through comes in. It's just a really, really useful device, and it just sticks out to me because I'm such a tool nut.
You are.
Okay, Peter Jones, that's my guitar. Are we talking about this one? Are we drawing this one now? I suppose we are. So, wow,
Yeah,
there's
I think
two
we'll draw yours.
guitars
Yeah, I think we'll
today.
draw yours last.
They're both mine. I did actually take this one home with the view that I was going to keep it, and then realised that I've got other plans for the copper rodded, or the Copper Chasms as they're going to be called now. And
it's nice, isn't it?
It
That,
genuinely
the
is.
burn, it's so deep, the grain is on it.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
okay,
everything about
so
it.
this is a slightly customised crimson copper rodded. It's based on the Descendant. The first one that I built was, we literally had a couple of pieces of English yew, and it's notoriously splitty and cracky and just insane wood. I did not want to throw it away, and the thought just came, let's see if we can do a guitar. This was way before resin tables. This is way before rivers of plastic and
You
all of
set
that
the trends
stuff.
for it.
I set the trends for it. There's one trend I did set, which I'm quite happy with, and that is what's on the bench is actually a hashtag in use in the luthiers community. And we coined the what's on the bench phrase with our videos a long time ago. And that's a phrase that now none of the people on there on Instagram know it's me, or know that it was us. And it's a lot of violin makers and stuff. That was a genuine, that's cool. I like that. But if I am to blame for the trend of river tables of plastic going,
We'd get a lot of hate mail, wouldn't we?
Oh man, I couldn't live with myself.
That is very cool though with the...
It's a cool guitar.
Yeah.
It genuinely is a cool guitar. This was a bit of an experiment to see whether I liked our matte finish over a Sugi band stuff, which is traditionally an oil over fire, and well, I don't like it. I absolutely love it.
I was about to say.
Love it.
It looks so good.
Come on, Tom, you knew I was going to do that. Absolutely love it. Anyhow, big unit guitars, for those who are interested, shameless self-promotion, new build videos being uploaded. Put a link, Big Unit, to your channel, unless people can click on your name and go there. So we are good. Now, Peter Jones, I'm not going to read that. Oh, T-Fetch says I reviewed them on your DGD site. I didn't realise you could do that. Fantastic.
Yeah, you can, which is great. So please do.
George Davis, Ben may not always be right, but he's never wrong. Okay, anyway, look, let us draw this. There are a lot of tickets on this one. It was a low barrier to entry, but not very good odds competition, which isn't normally the case. We normally have 600 or less tickets or thereabouts.
Well, it depends on how many tickets you bought there, doesn't it? Like the idea was, I think, it gives you the opportunity to buy a few at the
Most
same
people.
price as you would have bought one on the other one. So
Absolutely.
depends on how you look at it.
This is true. So,
But yeah, I do hope that the system finds the right person. Otherwise,
very good
I've
point.
shot myself on the foot with that one.
You have indeed. Alrighty, come on then. How many tickets?
1,307.
1307. On average, people have been buying 2 or 3 for this, but without any further messing about, jiggery pokery,
1306.
procrastination, or
Just press the button.
messing about. Number 418, 1/3 of the way into the pack, thus breaking the streak of numbers on the first page on a thing with 1,300 entrants to make life more difficult for you, Tom. It just...
It's worked.
Has it actually found the ticket number?
Yep.
So the search function pulls up often, if you're looking for the ticket number 69, for example, it'll pull up 69, 169, anybody whose phone number has 69 in it, usernames, etc., etc., etc. And sometimes it's a bit of a problem. But in this case, I have a name in front of me, and I've only literally just remembered that I actually bought a few tickets for this while testing the platform. And if I had one, which I haven't, we would have had to draw the whole thing again.
I just love this. As part of the details, please leave package in bus shelter by the road. I think we won't be doing that for whoever's won this, but I like the optimism.
Yeah, no, that is absolutely not going to happen, because John Lavoie, you have just won a guitar that I am personally gutted is going to be leaving.
Yeah, I'll be sad to see that one go.
Congratulations. This is P186. And yeah, she's yours. There are not many of these guitars in the world. Yeah. Yeah, look at that damn thing. Now, actually, you're right. In flip-flop, I think that'd look quite awesome.
I wonder whether you'd have to go, maybe don't go copper, go silver down the middle at that point, though. Have you got many other different leaves that you could use?
There's copper, there's silver, there's burnt copper, there's obviously gold, which may be too delicate to do a live edge like this. And then, hey, of course, you don't even need to do any leafing on this on the inside. If you spray an interesting enough finish that goes over the whole thing, just having a black chasm down the center, I think would be really, really cool.
Oh, it's just so much texture.
I love texture. I'm somewhat on a downer now that that guitar's officially somebody else's, when I had the chance a few weeks ago to, just quietly delete it off stock and take it home.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're going to be sad about anything.
This? No. You saw I'm assuming you guys saw the video. Did you watch the video?
Yeah, I know, but it's still.
I was so... Look, this is the same way that I'm sure most of our students feel when they meet me. Don't put too much stock into any one person or guitar or whatever. I just don't get on with this instrument as something to play. There are other PRSs that I genuinely do, and SEs even. But this was a guitar that I bought. I bought it from Anderton's, actually. I saw it on the wall, and I've said, that is the one. It is a cross between my two sort of guitars that I desperately want in my life. One, obviously, a PRS, and the other, a Les Paul Black Beauty, which I still have yet to, even... I had Robert Fripp's sort of 58 Les Paul custom in my possession for about 6 months, actually, but that was a long time ago. 58, 57.
I'm trying to think which one that.
It came with a really, really early Strat as well that belonged to Robin Ford. This is me as a 19-year-old. Fripp comes along and says, "Hey, yeah, fix these things for me. I trust you." And I don't trust myself, mate. Damn.
Here we are now, though.
But genuinely, I bought this because of those things, and I just do not like the neck. I do not like the 24 frets where that puts the nut, and it is what it is. However, somebody else is going to absolutely love it.
I think just the dots do something to me.
They are. It's subtle. It's subtle. So this is
Very,
the half moon
very
dots.
yeah.
You've got a moon, an eclipsed moon in mother of pearl, and then the bit that's eclipsing it is abalone. I did something very similar because of this instrument, or because of this design. I did it before I owned this beastie, where I took abalone and mother of pearl and I dovetailed them together. But it's very, very subtle, and that was far too much work.
Yeah, yours was ridiculous. It was
still
just
on the wall in there.
Just a very you moment.
Easily distracted. Easily distracted. All right. Anyway, end of the stream. Let's go.
Let's draw it.
Let's draw it. Oh, damn it! I am genuinely.
We need more space.
I do have a slight problem. Can you move the guitar so I can get to my?
Yeah.
There we go. My mouse pad is not currently working. Now, where are we? Okay, now, on this instrument, how many tickets are there? 387. That is not
that many.
That's not that many, with 12 pending tickets. 387. 387. Random number. We need to get an actual drum.
Yeah, it doesn't really build up that much.
It's right, it's recent. Ticket number 380. That's...
Isn't that? I just get the feeling that name comes up a fair bit as well. But
I don't think I've particularly... Well, I've not seen the email. But then again,
no,
as we all know, I am the worst for emails.
I think it's someone on your live streams, that's all.
Warning, the installed version of...
That's the winner.
that damn notification.
Yeah, no, this person bought one ticket for the PRS, one for the Korean Epiphone Sheraton, one for the Gretsch Streamliner, and one for the Ibanez AS9 Free FM.
The Art Core, which was guitar number 99. And it's actually not moving too far down the road. I do vaguely wonder if this person is in the
that's what I mean.
Is in the chat potentially. JL Photo and Luthier. Julian Parkman, congratulations, you've just won a guitar and you need to come and pick it up in person. In fact, I'm not going to post it to you, dude. JL Photo and Luthier, the bus shelter thing is to stop... Oh no, JL Photo and Luthier is the gentleman who's talking about the bus shelter. The bus shelter thing is to stop the dogs from chewing up packages. So that's very, very weird. JL Photo and Luthier won the last guitar, and somebody called Julian Parkman won this one.
You know, there's a person in the chat that won a guitar.
Yeah, we've just found
it. Yeah, I'm a little bit lost.
Which is absolutely brilliant, to be fair. I think because this person's name's Tone Deaf, or at least that was the kind of
we'll
name,
see.
Which I get the feeling that was someone in the chat that you've had before, but I could be completely wrong. So either way, Julian, you are getting an email right now. You've won an absolute beast.
You have won a beast, and genuinely, you are not very far away. So, considering how large the UK is, we should organise a visit. There we go. T-Fetch says, did I buy a camera from JL Photo? I'm not entirely sure. Shout down creative, literal dream guitar. It was my dream guitar, and it just didn't work for me, sadly. JL Photo and Luthier says, I guess I better learn how to play now. Some of the best luthiers in the world can't really play. So there we go. Jam and Jesse talking about radioactive implants in the tumour in his spine. We're getting the whole story.
That one's coming.
If you want to bring her out, yeah.
Do you know what? I kind of like it.
Eric P was saying.
Blonde.
So this is a prototype of a. Funny enough, here I am talking about how much I hate river tables and resin of plastic and all this stuff, and this is a guitar. Basically, Tom here bullied me into doing a river guitar, and it's just like, you know, the bird pecking on the top of the mountain and slowly just eroding the mountain. Yeah. But I realised that actually bog oak and gold leaf works really well, and I'd not seen anybody do that, so I did that. And then, due to the extreme price of bog oak, we made this one to see what it would look like with different colours. We stained the standard oak black, and it was just a little bit meh. So we stripped this back, and we're going to go for, I think, a deep black with red stain over it. I think was the end plan. Although we've now got some very cool red flip-flop.
Well, I think we
can't flip-flop everything.
Did we ebonize it first? Which is quite, which was quite cool.
That was it. Yes, yeah. We ebonized this one. It wasn't a stain, was it?
No, it was where the tannins and.
There we go.
Yeah.
But anyway, this is a project that's coming up at some point.
Yeah, very cool.
So, yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, I don't think I'm. That's one for you to figure out, Matt.
That's a lot of taping.
It's a lot of taping.
Fantastic. Okay. There's a bunch of people. Well, basically, lots of comments, lots of people congratulating the winners, and essentially the instruments that are currently on the site, apart from the one that started today, are all ending staggered as they have been. We've got 2 or 3 weeks worth of staggered endings, and once we hit that point, we are going to be drawing live, and the instruments are going to be ending while we're actually doing the streams. So there we go. It's going to be a little bit more fun.
It's going to be really really fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just working out when that LP over there is going live. I suppose that's coming up in the coming days as well.
Waiting for a few spare parts. Do you want to go?
It's come in now. The spare parts for that.
Genuinely, that should have been put together and photographed today. Well, there we go. The former owner of this guitar took the scratch plate off because, I mean, many people do. But we...
God, it's a beast. It lets you know it's there.
It lets you know it's there. This is
such a saucy top.
a saucy top. Hey, darling, that's a saucy top. What are you looking at? It's actually not coming up very well.
Joe's got some nice pictures of it, if not.
Slow. So, obviously,
Tease it.
we've got a Gibson Les Paul traditional. Now, this is my jam. That's a slightly chunkier than usual neck. We've still got the fret nibs. I can't remember exactly, it's a 2010. So, you know, we're talking 3 or 4 years old at this point. Basically, I'm feeling really old right now. Just give this to me. Yeah. My daughter's like literally nearly 16. Do you have any idea?
That's scary, isn't it?
Dude.
But that was well worth showing. I mean,
it is. So this one needs some fret work and some work and tidying up with level crown polish, etc.
Yeah.
But it is also coming up soon, and we're moving to very, very cool, very pretty, very nice instruments. In general, there is also there's some other surprises coming, and we're very excited.
That's a nice rack of guitars.
That is a really nice rack of guitars. It's a saucy rack.
Most of them are leaving us.
Most of them are.
All of
them are leaving us eventually. Seriously, people, without you, the plans of this museum would not be happening. Without you, we wouldn't be getting to experience these instruments, albeit for a short period of time. Without you, I would not be able to justify my guitar buying habit to my wife and family.
You're all enablers.
You are so
Should think
enablers.
about that this evening.
And thank you. You need to buy even more tickets so that this can keep on happening.
Enable you even further.
Absolutely, yeah. Just
when
don't.
You find yourself at 2 a.m. in a dark room on reverb, just swiping endlessly.
Do you think we could get reverb? We genuinely probably could actually get reverb to sponsor this live stream.
That would be brilliant.
Come on, reverb, let's do that. The museum wouldn't be happening, and genuinely, I've built and we've built. Tom, how long have you been here with me now?
Well, I keep saying 10 years, but I think it's a little bit more now.
Probably a little bit more than that. You keep on saying 10 years for the next 5 or 6 years, and
it makes me feel slightly
you'll feel younger as well. We have built something that is pretty incredible. The luthier school is one of the largest in the world, if not the largest. We teach more people than anybody else. We build incredible luthier stools that we ship around the world. We have a following of fantastic people learning online. We're building an online guitar building school as well. There's all of these fantastic things, but I think in the end, if this museum does what I'm hoping it will do, it genuinely will be the one thing that's most likely to last in 100, 200, 300 years. It's going to be something of genuinely epic proportions, and you guys are here at the beginning. Thank you very much.
I just love Paul Cook's comment there.
Paul Cook, without all of you, I'd have won 50 guitars by now.
Incredible.
Fantastic.
Yeah, thanks very much, everyone.
There we go. Enablers, alibis, and abettors, one and all. Good night. I love you. See you soon. Yeah.
Cheers.